Pritesh,
Hey Peter, how you doing?
fantastic. I want to tell you something.
Go on.
I think that the best way for real estate agents to have a heap of steady prospects coming in their door is to get addicted to prospecting.
That sounds interesting. How do you get addicted to prospecting?
You have to mainline the prospects. You got to find the right vein to put them in. No, I'm kidding. Here's the
Hmm.
way you do it is that you want to do it every day. Number one.
Hmm.
At least every working day. Now, if you're one of those guys that only works 1 or 2 days a week, this might be a little more challenging for you to get addicted to it. But it's kind of one of those deals where if you do it routinely, number one, your body loves a routine. Whether we realize it or not, our body, especially as we get older, our body wants to go to bed at the same time, wants to wake up at the same time, wants to eat at the same time, wants to poop at the same time, wants to work at the same time, wants to relax at the same time. That's just the way our bodies are. So if we fit prospecting into our daily routine for our business, then we can't go wrong. It's one of those things that
Hmm.
over time, if you do it enough, then you're going to find that you feel weird when you don't.
Yeah. So come on, get to the secrets. What do you do? How do you make it addictive?
All right, several things. Number one is that you want to make it fun. All right, so how do I make it
Hmm.
fun? You can gamify your prospecting. So one of the ways of doing that is to have a partner, a buddy. Doesn't have to be a business partner. They don't even have to live in the same town or even work in the same office. Somebody who you are in competition with in order to make dials and presentation appointments. So then you want to keep track of those things. How many dials am I making? How many people are answering? How many discussions am I having? How many presentation points appointments am I setting in my session? And then have goals set for daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and make it a game. You can compete against someone else. A lot of agents say, well, I can't compete with that guy because he sells $1 million houses and I only sell $100,000 houses. It doesn't matter when it comes to making dials, having discussions, and setting presentation
Yeah.
appointments. That's all the same. It levels the playing field.
Yeah. I guess that's good for accountability as well. Aside from just gamifying it, making it addictive, you're both accountable because especially if you're competitive, because you don't want to lose to your mate. So
That's exactly right.
sense.
Now, how can you actually make this even more interesting as you gamify it with your friend? Is you need to have rewards and punishments.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
these need to be agreed upon ahead of time. I'll tell you that many years ago, I had a competition with another broker, and what we were doing is we were
Who won?
prospecting for other real estate agents to join our brokerage. We were both the boss of the office, so to speak, right? So we were both in
Hmm.
competition with each other to try to recruit more agents, and so we did this over a 6 month period. And
Hmm.
we had to file all these different things to prove that we're really signing these agents up, and they had to stay at the office for at least 90 days. There was all these rules that we had set up. But here was the bottom line: was whoever was the loser and recruited less agents by the deadline, their punishment was to get dressed up in a French maid's outfit and have to come to the other guy's office and clean it.
Did you win?
Yes, I won, but I also won by default. I would have won anyway, but the other guy
Yeah.
quit.
What do you mean he quit?
Well, I
Why
shouldn't
did
say
he
he
quit?
quit. It was a she. She quit.
Oh,
She
she
was
quit.
going to lose, and she was going to have to come to my office and dust it in a French maid outfit. And I think that embarrassment got to her, and she quit. I would have won the competition, and I would have been happy to
Uh,
cash in. But you know, you. This is why it's a good idea to pick a partner that's going to honor their bets.
so she didn't come up in a maid's outfit and
No, and it's a real shame too because I was looking forward to it. And let's put it this way: I could have sold tickets to that event. She was that hot.
oh wow.
Yeah, but there's other
Oh
ways.
man.
There's other things we could do too, like so that you can capture it. So, for example, we could do is You and your buddy can both put $100 into some sort of trust account or some sort of an account where you don't have control over it any longer. A third party does. And if you make your goals, you get your money back. If you miss your goal, then that money goes to a political contribution of which you disagree with.
Mm. What out of interest was the reward in your bet that you had?
No, the reward was that I got to see this woman in the French maid
Ah, okay.
outfit.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I guess she didn't have a great reward then.
Well, her reward was that I was going to be in a French maid outfit and they were going to laugh and take pictures and put them on the internet, you see.
Okay, okay.
Either way, we
Makes
would
sense.
both would have won, but
Yeah,
she backed out. No, but what I was saying is that what you can do is you can say, we're going to both put money into a pot that we don't contribute, that we can't control once the money goes in the
yeah,
pot. And at the end of the term, if you don't hit your goal, then that money goes somewhere you don't want it to go. Like I said, to a political candidate that you disagree with. That could be
yeah,
something that you're going to contribute $100, $500, $1,000 to somebody you don't want them to have that money. Your money's already posted. You cannot get it back unless you hit your goal. That has to be verified. That's another way to help push along and make it a little more gamified and get you addicted to that prospecting.
yeah. That's something I've considered doing as well. I just never have actually done it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a good idea because yeah, you need to kind of program yourself in the right way with rewards and punishments. So that makes a lot of sense.
The other
What?
the other challenge with trying to get addicted to prospecting is that most agents work from home,
Mm,
especially in the modern era, especially post COVID days. A lot of agents work from home. They might have a home office or they might work at the kitchen table. The problem there is the distractions. And so I think that it's best to have a designated prospecting booth somewhere that you can go that is distraction free, that only your prospecting tools exist in. It's almost as though once you enter into this prospecting booth, the outside world is shut off. You don't want to get trapped watching cat videos on YouTube, and you don't want the dog barking to get you. You don't want the pile of laundry or the ringing doorbell to distract you from your job. So a walk-in closet is a perfect prospecting booth. You can clean the close out, or you could just push all the clothes back to one side, and at the end it reveals you've got scripts on a wall taped up there. You've got maybe a little stand-up desk. Standing up while you're
yeah.
prospecting is a good idea. And then you've got just your phone, you've got your leads, you've got your database, wherever you're dialing from. And that's a wonderful way to do it. Go into that closet and close the door, and then put a
That's
sign on the
ideal.
door that says, "Leave me alone. I'm prospecting."
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's so important. Time blocking it and getting it done, having the right environment and cutting off all the distractions, definitely important. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thanks for sharing that. Was there anything else you kind of have as your process to get addicted to prospecting?
Bottom line is, you just have to do it every single day. You have to get used to it. It's kind of like if you
Yeah,
wear a hat and you wear a hat everywhere you go. If one day you walk out of the house without your hat on, you're going to feel naked, right? You're going to feel strange. It's there's something about it that makes you feel uneasy because you've done it so much that when you
yeah,
go without it, it makes you feel strange. That's when you know you're addicted to it. And so it just takes the routine. Plus, one other thing is that if you don't have a win every now and then, you're not going to want to keep doing it. So
mm,
I think it's a good idea to have a role play partner that you rehearse a few scripts with right before you get on the phone, maybe 15, 20 minutes long. Once again, that buddy that you're prospecting in
mm,
competition with. So that's the other thing too, is that you will hold each other accountable, go in there, actually get it done. That's how you get
yeah.
addicted to do it, to do it, to do it, to do it.
And even within that process, do you have rewards? Like if you book I don't know, a listing appointment, do you have punishments even within that? If you, let's say you don't make any deals that day.
if you don't make any dials that day, then you should somehow flog yourself. You know, you should have some sort of punishment maybe that you have. Or what I like to do is when I get that presentation appointment is to do a little dance. You know, they're like, yes, 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 yes. Something like this. It gets the heart rate going a little bit. You know, it's to make it fun. Don't be afraid to make the dial. Don't be afraid to be yourself on the phone. Don't be afraid to just say what comes in that moment and to give the right advice. You know, I'm not trying to sell anybody on anything. I'm trying to find people who need my help and, you know, take it from there. I'm trying to help them make smart buying and selling decisions. And I'm not trying to sell anybody anything per se. The prospecting is really kind of like the old guy that's got a pickaxe and a shovel and he's at a creek and he's trying to find a glint in the stream. You know, he's trying to find a gold nugget. That's all I'm doing. I'm just combing through the dirt. I'm just combing and trying to find somebody. It's something that has to happen all the time. Otherwise, you ride the real estate roller coaster, which is it goes up, it goes down. You know, you're working with people, and then you get some closings, and then you're back to zero, and you got to start over. When you prospect in a way that you get addicted to and make it routine, then you have constant prospects coming in, and then it allows you to pick just the best ones to work with. It's actually better for your clients that you prospect routinely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess it gives you that abundant mindset.
Yes, it does. It really does. And that's a good place to be.
Definitely.
So did you find good value in this chat?
Yeah, a ton of value. Yeah, just reminds me to gamify and also how to exactly gamify my own approach as well. So hopefully the audience found that extremely useful. I know I did.
Yeah, and if you play your cards right, you never have to put on that French maid costume. See you next time.
See ya.